Hello, this recipe today is great for the summer heat. Matcha kaki go ori, shaved ice with matcha syrup. Every time you heat up sugar, you have to be very careful. It will hurt a lot if you get burned, so they say. So let's go on to make the recipe. This part is very important. To make a thick syrup, we always have to use double the sugar than water, and I recommend you to weigh it. To make a good syrup, it is very important to be exact. Following is what I'm making, but if you want to make more quantity, now you know the formula. Here I have 1.7 ounces of water and 3.5 ounces of sugar, a quarter teaspoon of matcha, and a drop of lemon, which I recommend you to add. So let's start. In a saucepan, we're going to add the sugar, the water, and the drop of lemon. Before turning on the heat, we're going to mix it and we're going to help the sugar to dissolve. With a kitchen brush soaked in cold water, we clean the borders just in case there's a little leftover sugar that got stuck. This step is also very important. So now we turn on the heat. Gently mix it as it heats up. When you see that it's starting to warm up, you stop mixing and use the brush again just in case you need to clean up the sides of the pan. We're now going to boil it for 1 minute, and from now on, you cannot touch it at all. After 1 minute, we're going to turn off the heat and we're going to let it cool to room temperature. More or less, it's going to take 40 minutes. But don't forget, you cannot touch it. At this point, the sugar molecules are separated by the water molecules. And if you touch it, the sugar molecules are going to find other sugar molecules and they're going to crystallize. But once it's at room temperature, you can add the matcha. By the way, you use the matcha for the Japanese tea ceremonies. Oh, and now you have to mix it very hard, vigorously. Otherwise, the sugar is going to crystallize, and we don't want that. After all this work, now if you want, you could strain it. Here I'm going to do it so you could watch it, but just so you know, I normally don't do it. And now you add it to the refrigerator for a few hours. When it comes out of the refrigerator, you're going to notice that your syrup is a little bit thicker and smooth. So it's time to prepare the ice. If you don't have this machine, you could freeze a block of ice in a square container. You take it out and using a not so good knife, you make the shavings, the ice shavings. In my case, well, the machine is going to do it for me. Once you're done, you drop the syrup on top. It is delicious. If you don't like the ice shavings, then you could use vanilla ice cream or green tea ice cream instead. When this small image is finished, I added a picture of the syrup on top of some green tea ice cream that I made. Pretty soon you're going to see this recipe of my green tea ice cream. Please wait for it. It's delicious and you don't need an ice cream machine to make it. So learn these two recipes and it's a win-win situation. Apart from learning the trick of how to control the sugar so it doesn't crystallize, this recipe is very simple to make and kids love it, adults too, and it's very typical in Japan. And if you enjoy Japanese cooking, then this is the most typical recipe for the summer in Japan. It's delicious and refreshing. What can I say? I really appreciate you spending some time with me in my kitchen. I hope you come back again. See you later. ¡Hasta luego! La dicha de la vida consiste en tener siempre algo que hacer alguien a quien amar y alguna cosa que esperar. ¡Matane!